The 2025 Formula One season has taken everyone by surprise, breaking all expectations. Red Bull, a team that used to dominate with ease, has faced some tough challenges recently. Their performance has been unpredictable, especially on Fridays, and they've had to deal with strong competition from McLaren's Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. Max Verstappen, who once seemed unbeatable, now has to approach every race like a careful strategy game. A small mistake in car setup can cost him valuable points in the championship race. But things shifted at Imola. After struggling early in the weekend, Verstappen and Red Bull made a strong comeback that ended with a clear win. This victory could be a major turning point for their 2025 season, especially with Monaco coming up, a track that has traditionally exposed some of Red Bull's weaknesses. The big question now is whether Imola was a genuine breakthrough or just a lucky moment. For fans wanting to understand if this signals a change in momentum, this analysis will break it all down. Since the start of the year, Red Bull's main challenge hasn't been just other teams like McLaren, Ferrari, or Mercedes. It has often been their own car. The RB21, designed with the goal to be easier to handle and more flexible for Verstappen, has not worked out exactly as hoped. While the idea was to create a car that could perform well in many different situations, in practice it has been hard to control. The changes made for better drivability ended up making the car extremely sensitive to even small adjustments. Because of this, Friday sessions have been confusing for Verstappen. He often struggled to place well early in the weekend, leaving him puzzled as to why the car didn't feel right. Even he admitted he didn't fully understand what was going wrong, but Imola brought some clarity. After a disappointing Friday, Red Bull's team worked intensely overnight to find the right settings, analyzing data and testing different setups. The next day, the improvements were clear. Verstappen not only qualified near the front but also showed a pace that left other teams behind. His daring move past Piastri into the first corner was a clear message. Red Bull is fighting back, so what exactly changed for Red Bull at Imola? Verstappen called it a valuable lesson, though he didn't share all the specifics. However, clues suggest the team made important adjustments to the car's suspension and ride height, areas that had been causing problems since last season's Monaco race. The RB21, much like its previous model, struggles with bumps, curbs, and grip, especially on street circuits. These factors make tracks like Monaco and Singapore particularly difficult for Red Bull. Imola is different. It combines fast corners with heavy braking and elevation changes. This mix seems to have allowed Red Bull to get the RB21 into a better condition. Importantly, the improvements didn't come by chance. The team brought a strong upgrade package that included changes to the barge boards, diffuser, floor edges, and rear suspension setup. Christian Horner, the team principal, described the Imola performance as their best since the Brazil race in 2024. That's high praise, especially after the weak showing in Miami just weeks before, when McLaren dominated. This matters a lot as the season moves to Monaco. That track has traditionally been Red Bull's toughest test. Last year, Verstappen finished only 6th there, his worst result in nearly 2 years. The uneven road surface, slow corners, and constant bumps put the RB21's weaknesses on full display. Verstappen's frustration was clear over team radio. Even though the car is newer, those problems still linger. Verstappen recently admitted that Monaco hasn't been their strong point, which is telling. Despite the Imola success, Verstappen is cautious about Monaco, and rightly so. The team knows they must continue working hard, because their rivals have also improved a lot. McLaren, in particular, has been strong all season. Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris have grown into serious contenders. Piastri especially has shown impressive progress. He's no longer just a second driver, but a real threat for the title. Oscar Piastri's rise has been remarkable this season. His performance at Imola wasn't a one-time success, and his victories in Miami and Jeddah were earned through skill and consistency. Lando Norris, too, has improved significantly compared to past years. Together, they've become a major challenge for Red Bull, forcing the team to rethink their approach. Currently, Piastri sits third in the driver's standings, trailing Norris by just 9 points. Verstappen is a further 13 points behind Piastri, making the gap to the top around 22 points. While not impossible to overcome, it's a significant margin, especially considering the upcoming races. The next circuits, Monaco, Montreal, Barcelona, and the Red Bull Ring, include a mix of street tracks, fast corners, and technical sections. If Red Bull's issues with car setup continue, they risk falling further behind. This is why Verstappen's win at Imola was so important. It wasn't just about adding 25 points to his total. It was a boost for the team's confidence. It showed they can still compete and outpace their rivals when everything clicks. However, Verstappen also cautioned that the Miami and Imola races together don't paint the full picture. He stressed the need to stay calm and focused, because there's still work to do. Behind the scenes, the Red Bull team is working hard to find solutions. Rumors suggest a new floor upgrade might arrive before the Austrian Grand Prix, along with tweaks to the suspension to improve grip on tricky circuits like Monaco and Singapore. Verstappen is pushing for these changes, knowing that pure speed will be key to winning his 5th straight world championship. What's interesting is Verstappen's approach this season. Unlike many drivers who might play it safe in a tight title race, he's choosing to take risks. His focus is clear: prioritize speed over just finishing on the podium. He believes that having more performance will make everything easier in the long run. This mindset sets him apart. Most competitors would aim to collect points steadily and avoid mistakes, but Verstappen wants to push hard and seize every chance to win. This could make the championship fight very different from previous years. Instead of a clear-cut battle dominated by one driver, it could come down to small improvements, strategic calls, and who can adjust quickest to changing conditions. McLaren's car is competitive right out of the box, while Red Bull's RB21 still needs fine-tuning to reach its potential. But when everything works, the RB21 remains a formidable machine. Verstappen's job now is to keep that sweet spot open every weekend, ensuring the car performs at its best consistently. So where does this leave us? Has Red Bull really found a way forward, or was Imola just a brief moment of brilliance? Monaco could be the answer. It's a tough track that could expose whether Red Bull has truly overcome their weaknesses or if more struggles lie ahead. And beyond the car, there's the question of whether Verstappen can handle the pressure from two hungry young stars, Piastri and Norris, who are eager to claim the crown. This season is shaping up to be one of the closest and most exciting battles in recent memory. As the season heads deeper into the middle stages, every race becomes crucial. Verstappen knows that slipping even slightly could cost him dearly. His rivals are gaining momentum, and Red Bull can't afford to lose focus. The team's engineers are working overtime, analyzing every detail, trying to squeeze out improvements wherever possible. Meanwhile, Piastri and Norris aren't just racing for points, they're making a statement. Their consistency and pace are forcing Red Bull into a defensive position, and that's something rarely seen in recent years. The intensity of this fight is raising the level of competition and bringing fresh excitement to the championship. The upcoming circuits pose unique challenges. Monaco will test Red Bull's ability to handle bumpy street surfaces and tight corners, while Montreal offers fast straights and tricky braking zones. Barcelona demands technical precision through flowing corners, and the Red Bull Ring is known for its elevation changes and sharp turns. Each track requires a different approach, putting extra pressure on the team to deliver the right setup. For Verstappen, it's clear that managing the car's handling quirks will be vital. The narrow performance window means that even small mistakes can be costly. But if Red Bull can keep the car balanced and consistent, Verstappen's natural speed and racing instincts could make the difference. This title battle is far from over. With so many factors in play, the cars, the drivers, the tracks, fans can expect a thrilling few months ahead. Red Bull has shown they can fight back, but the question remains: can they maintain that level and hold off the rising McLaren challenge? As the championship unfolds, one thing is certain: the 2025 season won't be decided easily. Red Bull is facing its toughest challenge in years, but they still have the tools and talent to fight back. Verstappen's determination and the team's willingness to adapt will be key in the coming races. The pressure is on, and every decision matters more than ever. Whether Red Bull can overcome their car's weaknesses and respond to McLaren's threat will shape the rest of the season. Verstappen's bold strategy to push for outright performance shows he isn't content with just staying in the fight. He wants to win. For fans of Formula One, this season promises to deliver close battles, unexpected moments, and intense competition. The title race is wide open, and with circuits like Monaco just around the corner, there's no telling how it will all play out. So the big question remains: can Max Verstappen and Red Bull rise to the occasion and reclaim their dominance? Or will the emerging talents of Piastri and Norris rewrite the story? One thing is sure: this fight is only just beginning, and every lap will count. Thanks for sticking with this breakdown. Feel free to share your thoughts and predictions below. The 2025 season is shaping up to be one for the history books.